somebody tried to swap destinies with you and they failed. So the next best thing that they try to do is to imprison you spiritually. So you may dream of yourself being in a house that you can't get out of, or being in a room that you can't get out of, being in a space that this person is able to have access to you, or dreaming of yourself on an island, you know, weird places that do not exist here on earth, or do not exist in spaces that you've been to, that this person has imprisoned you in. This person may have used something of yours to imprison you spiritually. And I feel like for most of you, it's somebody from your past. Like it could be a past friend, a past lover. It could be somebody that's no longer in your life right now. All right. The energy that I'm getting here is that this person was very envious of you. Obviously, that's why they wanted to swap destinies. They saw you as somebody who's very attractive, somebody who's very passionate, somebody who's very, like, you have a lot of things going for you. And this person saw that and they knew that they can't amount to who you are, or they just wanted to have what you have. They wanted to siphon your energy. You've been very humble to this person in the past. You were very humble. You saw this person as somebody who, you know, you may have glorified this person at some point in your life, and they saw you and they thought to themselves, this person doesn't know how much power they have. You know, this person doesn't realize how powerful they are. They don't realize what they have. And that's what gave them that energy. And this person try to keep you stuck in a sense where they wanted you not to realize your full potential, because obviously they're envious of you. And if you were to realize your full potential, the envy would be on another level. Some of them, I don't know what they would do to themselves, right? And you've been feeling like your journey has been moving slow. You've been feeling like things have been moving slow, but God wants you to know right now your ancestors and your guides are with you, and things have not been moving slow. It was about working on you, all right? Because like I said, you are a very humble person, and you may have humbled yourself a lot for people in your life who took advantage of you, people who played games with you, people who saw you as somebody that they could manipulate, you know, whatever the case may be. And you've been in that energy where you've been working of getting out of that mental prison, because I'm getting the energy here that what your guides and your ancestors have been working you through is your own self-limiting beliefs. The reason people can see that you're limiting yourself and you don't see that is because you are limiting yourself in a way. It's okay to be humble. It's okay to have humility, but it's not okay to oppress yourself at the expense, you know, for other people's sake. It's not okay to make yourself small so that other people can feel big. All right. You need to understand that God created you big, and you need to step in your shoes because you're the only one who can feel them. That's why the people who try to swap destinies with you cannot feel your shoes. All right. If you can see with the energy of the Eight of Swords here, this person is bound, and there's a person here who can help him, but this person has their hands folded. This is the energy of your ancestors. They have their hands folded because this is not about them helping you get out of this prison. This is about you helping yourself get out of this prison. Your doubts, your self-limiting beliefs. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I'm not capable of that. Or if I do that, people are going to think this way. I don't want people to think that way of me. Or like so many things that you limit yourself by. You know, you're afraid to be big. You're afraid to be yourself. You're afraid to be, you know, in your own shoes. And maybe you've been working on that, because I do see you being in this energy of the Page of Swords. And you being in the energy of the Page of Swords means that you are learning. You are learning to overcome your self-limiting beliefs. The spider represents, you know, a spider weaves webs, right? And you may have been stuck in the spider webs, all right? Now you're defeating the spider, so you're no longer stuck in the webs. You're no longer stuck, because some of these self-limiting beliefs could come from your childhood, where maybe in your childhood you were not allowed to do certain things. You were told that you shouldn't follow your dreams, or you shouldn't do that, you should do that. Like some of these things are imposed by external factors, because kids are very confident within themselves, and until an adult tells them that no, you can't do that, you can't go there, it's not okay, whatever the case may be. And you could have had a lot of external voices that limited you when you were growing up in your past, and they may have kept you in the spider web where you were stuck. All right. However, right now you're working on getting out of that, and this energy of you working out of that is you working on your self-limiting beliefs, you working on your insecurities, you working on your doubts on yourself, you working on allowing other people to influence you in your decision making, to influence you in the direction of your life, and not standing in your power. The energy of the world card being here shows me that you are coming to an end of a cycle where you are limiting yourself, and by coming to this end of the cycle, it's through you praying. All right, I see a lot of you are praying, you are meditating, your ancestors and guides are showing up. The owl represents wisdom, so the wisdom that you're praying for, the enlightenment that you're praying for, you are receiving. The horse represents movement, it represents stamina, it represents strength, it represents momentum and forward moving energy. So you may be praying for clarity when it comes to your path, you may be praying for guidance when it comes to your path, you may be praying for a lot of things within your life, and those things that you are praying for are manifesting, because the world card is bringing an end to that cycle of your life where you lacked clarity, where you lacked momentum, where you lacked strength, where you lacked belief in yourself, where you lacked confidence within yourself. Now you're coming into a period within your life of stability where you're confident, especially also when it comes to your faith and your spiritual journey. You may have had a lot of doubts because of a lot of things that have transpired in your life. However, the energy of the world card and the energy of the Fool card is showing me that you are ending an old cycle. You are leaving behind what has always been known and comfortable to you, and you're moving towards new territories. You're moving towards a new sense of self. You're moving towards a new you, all right? One that is very confident within themselves, one that is in a boss energy. This is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a boss. This is somebody that either owns a business or holds a high position when it comes to the career. This is somebody that is financially stable, that is confident in themselves. This is somebody that has wisdom, the wisdom that you've been praying for, the enlightenment. This is your future. This is what you're coming into. Very wise, very enlightened. You're going to see growth, the momentum, the speed that you are looking for within your life, the growth that you're looking for within your life. You are going to be in that energy. That is your future with the energy of the Fool. That is the new you that you're moving into, all right? That is the energy you're leaving behind, this energy of feeling stuck or feeling blocked. Because remember, spells only work on people who are not strong-minded. Spells work on people who do not believe in themselves. When you have strong will and you believe strongly in something, then whatever you believe has more power than what other people are trying to influence or, project into your life. So that's why people have been able to block you. Like I said, you may have maybe dreamt of seeing yourself being in spaces where you're stuck, where you can't get out, where you're blocked, whatever the case may be. That is an indication that those people have power over you because you've been giving them your power. You're not confident. You've been not confident in yourself. But I see this energy that you're growing, all right? You're growing in your confidence, because the Knight of Coins, from the Knight of Coins to the King of Coins, this is an energy of growth in confidence. This is an energy of growth within the physical world, within your material possessions. This is an energy of growth when it comes to you having power and dominance in the space that you exist in physically. Okay, so I see here that in the past, right, you had a lot of insecurity, and this insecurities allowed other people's influence to manifest within your life, or their projections to manifest within your life, or their spells and curses to manifest within their lives, within your life, right? But you've been praying a lot, you've been doing your high vibrational spiritual practices, you've been defeating a lot of these energies that were suppressing and oppressing you, and through doing that, you're gaining confidence. At times you may feel like you're stuck, you may feel like you're not moving forward, but trust you me, you are better where you are than where you used to be when it comes to your confidence, when it comes to your sense of self, when it comes to your faith, because even your faith was very easily shaken in the past. And I feel like for some of you, your faith is not easily shaken nowadays, all right? Like, there may be times where it is, but there are times where you have a spirit that comes within you. You have this energy within you because of your prayers, because of connecting spiritually, that reminds you of how powerful you are, that reminds you that you are not supposed to be bowing down and playing small, but you are rather supposed to be standing in your power, because you're attractive physically, emotionally you're attractive, spiritually you're attractive. You're attractive in so many, like, you have a very high vibrational aura that you don't see and other people see. So they try to oppress and suppress that if they can't take that for themselves. So now your journey is about you overcoming your own limitation, overcoming your own insecurities. And by overcoming yourself, by overcoming your mindset, you already overcome their spells, because now these spells will bounce off. They won't have power. If you believe 100% in your faith, if you believe solely in whatever you believe in, there is nothing externally that can penetrate whatever belief system you have, all right, whatever faith you have, all right? So it's about you being in that stronghold of your faith, of your sense of yourself. Believe in yourself, believe in your guides, believe in God, believe in your path, believe in whatever it is that you believe in. And whatever outside of you tells you to not believe in, sometimes the voice inside telling you not to believe, but you still continue to believe, that's how you're breaking through. So the energy here is just a reminder that you are breaking through. Keep praying if you're praying. Keep, practicing your high vibrational spiritual practice. You are leaving a very heavy cycle towards your wishes.